Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Boise Troop in amazing gymnastic feats aloft. Agile performers on the aerial bar.
There is, I'm told, this thing in the universe called balance. There's physical balance, a person's muscles working in tandem, adjusting instantly to uneven or changing terrain without falling over. I do not have this. So I headed over to Show Circus studio in Easthampton to try and learn a little about tightwire walking.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you? You Bob?
Yes, Chris.
Yes.
Okay,
nice to meet
great.
you, Bob.
All right. What are we doing today?
Today we're going to work on tightwire.
Okay.
So we're going to work on a few techniques, try a few different things, and make sure you have some fun.
Okay. Let's do it.
Cool. So a few things before we begin. One, I'm going to be doing some hands-on spotting. So hands, hips, etc. If at any point there's any spot that feels uncomfortable to you, you have the right just to tell me to switch it up or to do something different.
Okay. Or do it faster,
or do it
or
whichever, whatever makes you feel good. Yeah. So first things first.
Yes.
We're going to work on just our arm positions and our feet positions, which we're going to do off the tight wire. So you're going to have your arms up, focusing forward, one foot on the line, other foot out to the side. So keep your balance by moving the leg and moving your arms as much as you can to keep your balance, or not at all if you don't feel like you need to. From here, you're going to switch, put the other foot on, and then put the other leg out to the side. Good.
You're working with a different definition of good than I am, but that's all right.
No, it is good.
Okay.
What you are doing, I would not tell you otherwise.
All right.
So, a few other things to think about. So that's the basic kind of pattern that we're going to be walking on, is one foot at a time, balancing on one foot. You don't want 2 feet on the wire at the same time, or else you will wobble and fall.
Okay.
So it's easier to have something to counterbalance you, such as your leg.
Okay. I'm used to doing this only in the presence of a police officer.
Right? So if you get good at this, then you'll be all set.
Right.
Good. You feel it in your hips?
Amongst other places, yeah.
And then down and hands down.
Okay.
Shake it out.
All right.
So.
Next, it was time to try the real thing.
All right, so this is your pedestal.
Okay.
So you've got pedestals on both ends. You're going to be finding a spot forward that you can stare at. Choose a block of color. So I would suggest actually that yellow block.
Okay.
It's nice and small. So you're going to be stepping up. Hands are going to go out, bending here.
Okay.
I'm going to do something called a sticky high five with you, which is where our hands are going to be stuck together in a high five position as I guide you across the wire.
Okay.
So you're going to be here, foot down, hands out. Switch.
So can I talk to you while you're doing that? Okay, because you probably won't be able to talk to me while I'm doing it, but I mean, now I notice there's a little slack in there. Is that what makes it easier or even possible to do this? I mean, if it was like completely rigid,
super tight,
would it?
So some tight wires are really tight. There's also something called slack wire, slack rope, which is literally just a very saggy, either like belt-like material or wire itself.
Okay.
And that definitely requires a lot more stability. The tighter it is, the easier it is to balance on it because it's more rigid. However, there is usually a little bit of a give. People do a lot of like bouncing stuff. We do like pulses and beats, and people tumble and do all sorts of crazy things.
Right. There's no trick to it. I mean, that's just it. They're just walking on a piece of aluminum cable.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's no special shoe or something with a groove in it or anything like that.
Well, there are.
Listen up. The secrets of the circus.
There is a specific shoe that you can get that you can get. You can hand sew dowels into the sides of them. It gives you a little bit of a better grip, but it's not going to do that much for you. So it helps, but it's not going to do the whole thing for you.
Right. All right.
All right. So let's give this a whirl. So you're going to step on up. Here, and we're going to do sticky high five. There we go. Very nice. And then one foot's going to go right on the wire.
Okay.
And then the other foot out to the side. Good. And then
Hey, I'm walking.
Good. So make sure it's right along the length of the foot. You want to feel the whole wire under your foot before you transfer your weight onto it. Good. Yeah. Nice. And then you can keep walking it forward.
See, I broke the first rule already. I was looking down.
Good. So it gets a little wobblier in the center. And then you're going to stand there, hands up, and you're going to style for me. So you just finished. Ta-da! Very nice.
How's that? A little flourish there?
Yes, I liked it.
All right.
So you can either step down.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da, squishy stairs.
All right.
All right, so we're going to do that 2 more times, down and back.
Okay.
what's nice about circus is that circus is non-competitive. The only person you're really competing with is yourself.
Okay.
So it depends on what your goals are and what you want to do. And one of the nice things about circus too is that there's so many different apparatuses. I mean, there are in gymnastics as well, but there's a lot of different apparatuses in circus that challenge different areas. So people may like trapeze, but they might not like fabric, or they might like unicycling and not tight wires. So there's a lot of different things for people to try, and there's usually something that someone likes when they try all the different aspects of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, I think that's everything I need for the moment. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You
It was a
very
real
much.
pleasure.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
All
as
right.
well. Thanks for
Likewise.
While it's unlikely I'll ever achieve the kind of balance I'd need to be able to gingerly step across a thin strip of metal cable, it's good to know that if the need should ever arise, I'll have a fighting chance.